Welcome to Timberland Farms. My name's Anthony. This is our new addition. So this is a 2011 PJ dump trailer. It's a gooseneck dump trailer, as you can see here. This is my second dump trailer, and I did not get rid of the first one. It's actually on a job right now. It's always on a job. It's never here when I need it, and it's already looking like this one's not going to be here when I need it either. So I got a job lined up for this weekend, so we got to get this thing cleaned up, polished up, put some lipstick on this pig, and get it down the road and on the job site, making us some money. So we'll take a quick walk around on this purchase we just picked up. It is rough. When I take you guys around, I'll show you all the problem areas on this thing. It's about the same shape as the other dump trailer was when I first bought it, and that was probably 5 years ago or so, maybe a little bit longer. I'm not 100% sure. That dump trailer served me well. I could haul 4 ton in that, about 8,500 pounds in that dump trailer. 8,800 is what it's legally allowed to. I can get 8,500 pounds in there and it'll dump it. It's a dual ram. This one is a scissor hoist. So not sure what this can dump. It's a 16,000 pound GVW, unlike the other one, which is a 12,000 pound GVW. Supposedly this weighs 4,600 pounds, 4,500 pounds. That's what it says on the title. So theoretically I should be able to put 12,000 pounds in here, so I'll be able to haul 6 ton at a time, which will be nice, instead of having to be able to only haul 4 ton. We'll just start up front here. This is our coupler. I'll make sure this is all greased up and this works nice and easy. Make sure our safety chains are both there. I've already verified this stuff when I towed it home. Make sure that our brake controller thing works. I'm pretty sure that runs off of the battery inside the dump box. That raises the hydraulic system up. We're gonna have to lube the hinges on that. Lube up the jack here. Jack works a little hard. As you can see, it is rusty. Not much of the original paint is left. This is the original powder coating they use. Powder coating sucks because it comes off in flakes like this. Need to put new sideboards on it. These things are not very secure, and in order for me to use this, I need 4-foot tall sides on this. These make it for 3-foot sides. A lot of the cross members are completely gone. The fenders, not so prominent anymore. But one of the biggest concerns, I started cleaning up with a wire wheel right here. This is the dump box hinge. This is the main frame of the dump box. This is the main frame of the trailer. These are the hinges where it pivots. So this area needs to be addressed big time. So this is where that hinge is mounted, and there's not much left here. So we're going to plate this, get that to get us by for a year or two, and then in our slow season we'll take this box completely off. I'll throw a video in right here. It's a little clip of what we did on the last one. Take the whole trailer, flip it upside down, rebuild the whole frame, flip it back up, put it back to service. But I bought it right. It's rough, but sorry about the glare. Sun's starting to set. Got my wire wheel here and my grinder. That's how we're going to address most of this. This side doesn't look as bad. We just got this little hole on the frame, on the fender, sorry. Speaking of frame, we'll come look at this hinge over here. And it is already ripping and tearing and separating from the box frame. So we need to address this. We can't lift this up one little bit until that is fixed. So we're gonna address that. Rust comes off in huge chunks. Everywhere, the whole entire thing. Big chunks of gobby rust. But if you look in the back of the trailer, I started loading it up with scrap metal. So everything that we're going to take off this trailer, we can just throw right in here. I'm going to lube up the hinges. Again, sorry for the glare. Lube up the latch. Just replace the latch on the other trailer. I'll have to show you guys in another video. Don't think the spreader gate works, but we can get that lubed up, see if that works. I verified that the lights work, but we can go through that again, make sure the lights work. I know this one doesn't, but that's easy to fix. Just put a new light bulb in there. This section right here, I wire wheeled all this and painted that with Rust-Oleum Turbo Can. Oh, these guys are quick, easy, and nice. I like them, especially on a big job like this. See if we can make any bit of a difference on this. Get a second here too, because this was kind of stiff. There we go. There we go. I got the WD-40 out, figure I'll give these fingers a little bit of help as well. got the box up.
Something tells me the hinge is not hinging.
Well, the patch we made on this side didn't hold. The hinge is set right up. So we cut a section out. Right here is where the hinge went. Cut that out. There's a cross member right there. Cut that out. We're going to replace it with 3/16 box tube I had laying around. But right now we're just heating it up. Uh-oh. See if we can get this pin to move. I finally got it. Oh yeah. She is up there now. Almost done. Still got a weld right there. A little more across the top. Gotta get the cross members on the inside. But she is in the air. Pardon the wind noise, but here it is. A little muddy. It's been on a job all week. Works smoothly. We got the hinge patched up on this side. We got our tape on there. Installed some new chains, stake pockets. We put the lumber on there. Really like the half mitered look on these 2x4s that we put in the stake pockets. We had to install some stake pockets on here. And our new frame section, we had a spot we tried to patch right here and it didn't end up working. So I ended up just scabbing that in there and that is working great. The hinge was really stuck, but we heated it up and got it working freely. So next step, we got to get new fenders on this guy, both sides. This side is not as bad as the other, but as you can see, it's splashing mud all over the nice paint job we have here. Check the brakes out on this. All this stuff's going to make for another video. But all that's going to make for a different video. I think this is going to be it for today's video. Tarp worked great. We measured out the boards, so it's 16 yard capacity. Overall, I'm very happy with this purchase on this PJ 16K gooseneck dump trailer. Got a remote here and it works. Goes up and down like it's supposed to. It's got a scissor hoist under there. The other dump trailer, I'll show you that in here in a second, that's got a twin ram. So I think with the geometry of a scissor hoist, it starts speeding up once it gets half to 3/4 of the way up, but I could be wrong. And there we go, all the way up. It's a big trailer, it doesn't fit in the camera. So I'm not quite sure what the exact payload capacity of this, but we're going to determine that here in the near future. It should be roughly 5 or 6 tons. You can see where the tractor's sitting. We hauled 4 tons of gravel right there and spread it out. We hauled it with this trailer, had no problems at all. But I'm definitely going to want to get some brakes on this guy. And the pump doesn't have to work so hard when it's going down, obviously. And it comes down a little bit quicker than it went up. So the full dump cycle, all the way raised and all the way lowered, was 1 minute 54 seconds. And the raise time was 1 minute 10 seconds. And the lowering time was, I think, 45 seconds. And now let's go check out the other trailer, see how fast that is with dual ram. Now for this trailer, I'd also like to put a electric tarp kit on here, as well as a cordless remote to run this one. This is my 2014 SureTrack 12-foot 12K bumper pole dump trailer. It holds 12 yards with the side extensions. It is a dual ram hydraulic setup and it is ready. This thing is ready for a rattle can rebuild for sure. I think this one's a little bit faster to dump, but we're gonna try it out. This guy has a total cycle time up and down of 1 minute and 14 seconds, 44 seconds to raise, and 30 seconds to lower. Another nice thing I put on this in the past was 14 ply tires. Highly recommend it. It's going to go on the other trailer over there when this time comes. I've had these tires for probably 4 years now.
seen lots and lots of miles, still with plenty of tread left, and I hardly have any issues with them. But let's lower it back down and close out this video.
Well, I appreciate you sticking this far and watching the video throughout. Very satisfied with how the dump trailer turned out. It's still a work in progress, but at least it's up and operational, and it can get some stuff done here on the farm and on side projects. In our next video, we're going to be tackling this backhoe project here. It's been probably a little over a year now since we first dove into this backhoe. I've had this backhoe for I think 3, maybe 4 years now. The thing's been great to me, and I've got to take care of it. So the next video, we got to button up some odds and ends. So in the next video, we have to button up some odds and ends on this thing. Last year when we first started diving into this project, we had to split it in half and rebuild the transmission in this. So now I'm just going to go through and finish everything, so this backhoe is 100% turnkey, ready to go for anything I need. I need to address things like the power steering cylinders and the electrical system, which is non-existent at this point. So that's going to be in the next video, as well as a bunch of other loose ends and stuff. I got to put an alternator on this from a spare alternator I had kicking around just to hold belt tension. So that's going to go on here in the next video as well. I hope I see you guys there. Until then, I hope you guys have a good one.